Hello, everyone. Tadpole Jackson, back again. It's been a while since I put up a video. I know that. But today's video is on a very touchy subject. I've brought it up a few times in some of my later videos. I've got like 20 of them out, and I know there's not many of you out there following me. But that's not the point of this video. This video is not for views. See, I was just watching a video earlier this morning about today put up by my favorite Australian, Suit Yourself. And then after watching his video, I saw another video of his where he put up a video that a young woman put up talking about her past and what led to what she's going through now in her life. Most of it being due to being molested at a young age when she was 3 by a 12-year-old boy, and then multiple other times she was molested. And it was a message basically to Omni Politics 16 and any other supporters of pedophilia. Well, I have explained before that I was sexually assaulted for multiple years by a family member of mine. Now, I will say that this had happened at a prepubescent age to me. It was from the ages of about 15 to 18 that it happened. Starting around my 15th birthday, going on to around my last year in high school at 18. Because of what had happened to me, even though I was 15, I lost all faith in humanity at the time. Sometimes today, I still question my faith in the world and in my own life, in my own existence, because of what had happened to me. You see, after what had happened to me, I kept going through life, suffering as well, as the woman said, with depression and anxiety, mostly around social standpoints. I usually suffer from a social anxiety disorder, where the more people around me, the more likely I am to be afraid of things, the more likely I am to become anxious and to go through an anxiety attack. And then when I get home, all I can think of, sometimes still to this day, is why it happened to me. Why this person I trusted betrayed my trust and did what they did to me for years. For a while, I thought it was my fault. That maybe I encouraged them to do it or something. And that's not what happened at all. I know it's not my fault that it happened, but I still question it. I still have nightmares sometimes. Sometimes I can't even go to the bathroom without locking the door because of what happened to me. Because the person did it to me. In the bedroom I still sleep in. The bedroom I used to sleep in. The bedroom at one of my grandparents' house. I can't even walk into that room anymore because that's where it all started. Without feeling fear, anxiety, and depression all at once, I start breaking down and crying. And I worry this is going to happen again. To this day, I still see this family member a lot. And whenever I'm around them, my guard goes up 100%. I try my best to act as if the rest of my family wishes me to act, as if it never happened. And I try to pretend that it doesn't bother me at all, when it still does. And sometimes I still deal with problems. For a while, I turned to mostly hard drugs like cocaine and ecstasy and Molly, even LSD. I turned to a lot of things. I mean, I still smoke pot every once in a while, whenever things get bad in my life, because that's the only way I know now how to deal with it. I do have a woman that loves me, though she does live in another state, and I'm about to be moving to another state myself, even further away from her. But when I talk to her, it's considering the same things happened to her. at a very young age. Both of us have to deal with the same problems. Sometimes not even having the ability to want to have sex. Or then there'll be times where all we want is sex. Or the fact that I'm left questioning if what happened to me was right or wrong. I'm usually open about this subject that it did happen to me, but I don't usually explain to people the process that I have to deal with every day because of what happened to me. That usually sitting alone in a quiet room at night, I wonder if I should get up and lock my door to keep the person away who sexually assaulted me multiple times over the course of 3 years. Even though they're not living in the same house as me or anything, or not even in the same house as me, I have to wake up in the middle of the night sometimes to get up to lock my door, or wonder if I should lock my door to make sure they can't get into that room. Or when I go to a public restroom and I go to use a urinal, if somebody else is in there, I can't use the urinal without sitting there for 5, sometimes 10 minutes before I can even take a piss. Because I'm afraid that my family member might walk into that restroom and assault me again. So I have to go use the actual sit-down toilets in the stalls with the doors so I can lock them to make sure to keep them out. And still feel afraid. Molestation is wrong. I don't care what age the person is, it is wrong. On a person of a non-adult standpoint, it's even worse. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. If the assault happens, the sexual assault happens, the molestation happens, if the rape happens, no matter what age you are, it's still wrong. And the younger the person is, the worse their life is going to be because of what had happened to them. What had happened to me. What happened to the girl in Suits video that happened to her at 3. What happened to my girlfriend. What happened to a lot of people that I know at a young age or an older age. Sexual assault is wrong no matter what age you are. And these people who agree that pedophilia is okay, I hate you with a passion like none other. And it's my belief that sexual assault, child molestation, anything of that nature deserves a death penalty. Or at least life imprisonment. Not a few days in prison or a few years in prison, then you're let out. No. The fact that a drug charge is more of a prison sentence than molesting a young child or teenager or any person for that matter. That if you rape someone, you spend less time in prison than a guy who got arrested with 4 grams of marijuana. 4 grams of weed, you get more prison sentence than a person who sexually assaulted a young child or teenager or any person for that matter. That is not okay. You deserve to be imprisoned for the rest of your life. And if you suffer from a mental disorder that makes you want to rape children, then I believe you should be put in a mental hospital for the rest of your life. I'm sorry, but it's true. Okay? Pedophilia is wrong. Rape is wrong. Sexual assault is wrong. No matter what age it is, the lesser the age, the more likely I believe you should be put in prison for longer or get a death penalty for doing what you have done to that person. Take it from another person who knows what it's like to deal with these things. To have to live in fear for the rest of your life. To question what you believe in for the rest of your life. To question your trust in other people. I myself, I am usually too trusting of people. Which is probably why my family member got away with what they did to me for so long. And then, like an idiot, after telling everyone what he did to me, I didn't press the charges because he said he would seek mental help. Which he didn't. He went to 2 classes. 2-hour lessons. Somebody told me, and then somebody else told me it was only one time that he went for an hour. So whether it was 1 hour for the first class, or it was 2 hours from both the first and second class, he lied again. These people should not exist. Or at least they need some fucking help. Including you, OmniPolitics16. You and your reasons why pedophilia isn't wrong. You're a dumbass. You're a fucktard. And I have no respect for you or anyone else who advocates for pedophilia. Because if any of y'all were to touch any little child, and I'm able to get a hold of you, you're not going to like what happens. I probably won't even like what I'll do to you. Because it's people like you and my family member that did what they did to me. It's people like you who screw up people like me. People who trusted someone that was a family member or a friend of the family or anything like that. Because 9 times out of 10, acts like this are for statistically speaking, most acts of sexual assault or sexual molestation to a young person is by a family member or friend of the family's. So y'all not only break our trust, y'all break our brains. Y'all break our hearts. Y'all break what soul we have left. Y'all took it and y'all crush it. I can't just sit back and watch y'all advocate to make people think it's okay. And on top of that, because of what's happened to me by my family member, when I tell somebody I'm bisexual, they think that the only reason I am bisexual is because of what happened to me by my family member. Well, guess what? No, I was bisexual since birth. I knew it when I was in kindergarten, when I felt the same way about my brother, his friends, my friends, as I did that were male, as I did about the female friends that I had. The first crush I ever had on a real person, it wasn't on TV or anything. The first crush I had, first feelings of I want to be with this person, was on a male. Other than that, I had a big giant crush on Reba McEntire. But the first crush that I had on a person I actually knew was on my best friend, who was a male. So no, what happened to me, the sexual assault that happened to me, is not the reason I am bisexual. But because of what had happened to me, I thought maybe because at the time I didn't know what was going on in my life. Actually, I didn't know what was going to happen to me in my life. I was just finally becoming a teenager. I mean, I had a pretty sheltered life as it was, but finally I was being able to get out and do things. And this family member that molested me was helping me to get out of the house, to get out into the world, to go enjoy life, as a way to making it seem like what they were doing, and they used that as one of the ways to make it seem like what they were doing to me was that I deserved as payment for them helping me get out of the house, helping me have a life that I owed them. what I owed them this. Always coming up with a way to make it seem like what they were doing to me was okay, even though deep down I knew it wasn't. To the point to after it stopped, I would sleep with a knife underneath my pillow just in case they came into my room again. One of the last times it happened, they came into the room. I reached underneath the pillow. I pulled out a knife. While the person were doing sexual things to me, I grabbed hold of it. I held tightly onto the knife, and I froze. I wanted to murder them, but I couldn't. I just froze. Every time it happened, that's what happened. My body locked up, and I froze. I couldn't stop it. I could have, but I couldn't. For some reason, deep down inside of me, I felt like I deserved this. Because they made me feel like I deserved it. Or that it was okay. That we were family, and this is what families do. And I was not okay with it. I, to this day, am not okay with it. As I've told people before, multiple times. I may have forgiven them. I may have forgiven him for what he did to me. But I will never forget it. That I know whenever I have children, they will never see this family member. And if they do, because I'm happen to be at another family member's house and they show up, my children will be close to me or their mother. And if he comes anywhere near them just to say hi or give them a hug, there will be hell to pay. So think about that next time you want to make a video about molesting little children or teenagers, maybe about your pedophilia. Think about that next time. Think about the mental scarring you're putting on people whenever you do shit like this and then try to advocate that it's okay. That you want us to raise our children to think that it's okay when it's not. You know, usually I try to be happy and go lucky in my videos and try to make some jokes and stuff, but not this time. This time I'm just telling you the truth. So for all my followers and friends and family out there, you'll have a great day. I hope you enjoyed, or more or less not necessarily enjoyed, but got something out of this video that you can take home and think about and spread and tell others about these assholes like OmniPolitics16 or the anti-pedophobe action. So you can figure out what these people are actually trying to do to the world and see why you're advocating against these idiots. Sorry, I'm a little bit emotional about this. Anyways, guys, like I said, I hope y'all take something from this video and think about what I said. Truly think about it. And thank you, Suit, for your work against these against OmniPolitics and every other idiot who agrees with him or like him that advocate for pedophiles or pedophilia. I want you to keep up your work, Suit, and showing the world what kind of stupidity is out there. Otherwise, this has been the great Tadpole Jackson. Peace the fuck out.